Hello, everybody. Dorothy here, professional astrologer. You can find me right here, nhastrologer.com. I've been a professional astrologer for decades. Today, I'm going to fill you in on the week of September 14th, but mainly the new moon in Virgo. We have a lot going on this whole week, and the written forecast, you can find it right here. Sign up to be on my newsletter, and you will be notified once a week. Usually on Thursdays is when I send the newsletter out. Informs you of all the stuff going on. I'm not a heavy marketer, so you're not going to get emails from me. Just one a week with the newsletter in it, with the forecast, sending you to this, showing you my classes, just really simple stuff. So how do we want to use this energy? That new moon is on the 17th. It's at 7 a.m. Eastern time zone here in the United States, so you're going to need to adjust where you live. But that new moon is late in Virgo. It's at 25 degrees. So we've already had almost 3 weeks of the sun in Virgo, really encouraging us to focus in on and hone in on the details. Now, when we have a new moon, again, that's that opportunity to set and plant new seeds, start this whole new lunar cycle for the month. And that new lunar cycle, which is the lunar phase cycles, which has a 3-year time frame. Again, it starts at every new moon. So it's really great that we spend time. This is why we want to spend time paying attention to the details of that zodiac sign that the new moon is in. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and hopefully this will help you to fine tune, Virgo, fine tuning things. Hope this will help you to fine tune the goals and the intentions that you want to set for yourself and for, your future. So your new moon wishes, they call it. Jan Spiller was famous for that in her day. And it's still just a beautiful, wonderful way to use Luna in all her phases, but the new moon phase is fantastic. The written forecast has a lot of information on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on how to use the balsamic lunar phase. I love that lunar phase because it helps us to do a lot of releasing. So make sure you sign up for my newsletter and I will email it right to you. Or you can just go here and click on the forecast page, the written forecast, because I give you lots more information there. And on my Patreon page, that link is all over the place too. So this new moon, what do we want to do? It is in the new moon phase until Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So from 7 a.m. on Thursday the 17th, takes all this time to go 45 degrees remaining in the new moon phase. Perfect opportunities to set your goals. Here are some of the things we're going to focus on. And we really need this help, and we really need to do this work. This is so important for us. The planets are here to help. Virgo wants us to pay attention to those details. The first thing that comes to my mind, of course, is our everyday health and wellness. Virgo is in charge of that. It's in charge of our digestion. It's in charge of the information we process. So I want you to ask yourself, have you let your eating habits, your diet habits slipped a little bit these last few months? Comfort foods aren't always great for us, but sometimes our psyche needs it, right? We need these comforting things. So ask yourself if you've maybe gone too far. If you haven't, fantastic. If you have, this is an opportunity with that new moon in Virgo, setting those intentions to work back easily, gently move yourself back to better eating habits. We don't have to do it all at once, and just give ourselves that opportunity just to say, just one thing, pick one thing and work on that. And then by either removing things from your diet that, aren't great for you now, never were, but aren't great for you, just removing something, but replacing it with something really healthy for yourself. So that's one way we're going to use this. So have you been slipping a little bit on your diet and your, overall the way you're eating and taking care of yourself as far as your food intake? The second thing, of course, is, as far as that goes too, is something that we should do every day is physical activity. So do you need to do more of that as well? Have you been a little lax in it? I can't seem to find a perfect habit yet. I'm trying. I do lots of push-ups, and when I'm sitting here for too long, I get up and do squats and take a walk around the block, 20 minutes, which is a mile, so I'm doing all those things, and I do it regularly, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to do it more regular. And so maybe you need that too. The new moon is an opportunity here to set that goal for yourself. So try to work on that. Now, another thing is the sense of normalcy that we're looking to find. I mean, are you going back to work? Virgo rules the work that we do. It's not the career that we're known for, but it's the day in and the day out activities we do at work. It also rules our coworkers. So maybe we're back at work. Maybe we're having a hard time figuring out how to relate again with our coworkers because there's so many rules and restrictions and just everything interfering with what was normal. It's not going to be anything normal for a very long time. But this Virgo energy gives us an opportunity to get in alignment, at least with a new normal for your work. I already talked about the health piece because you're working on that too, if that's part of what you're going through these days, but also that work activity and your job and associating yourself and interacting with your coworkers. All of these things are very, very important that we're trying to find new routines for. And this new moon can help us to really get in alignment with that. If we use what I talk about in the written forecast, so again, go check that out, in how to use the balsamic lunar phase, it helps us to create space for this new moon energy. All right. So go check that out. You don't even have to sign up. You can just go there and read it. So there's that piece. Now, a third piece I wanted to focus on too is, of course, getting our kids back to school and, what that looks like. So, I know some where we in September 9th when I'm recording this, and some places are already at school. Here in New Hampshire, today's their first day back. Of course, the day of Mars stationing. So reopenings will be slow. I think they'll take a few steps back. Take it really slow. If we take things slow, I mean, they already have the things in place. I have a son and daughter-in-law who are teachers in New Jersey, grandsons at school, college. It's just like we all have somebody that we know who's deeply involved in that, especially if you're teaching your kids at home too. These new habits and patterns, I mean, they were thrown at us back in March when everything shut down. But now with the new moon in Virgo, I mean, if we can really intentionally focus on some of the things and how we can create new habits and new patterns and just help all of us to adjust slowly and gently. We need to be easy on ourselves. This is not easy. This is hard stuff. And so the Virgo new moon, along with other supporting energies throughout this week, we have opportunity here to set that new pattern. So check into that for yourself. And I think I'm going to leave you with that. You can get more information at the written forecast here. And if you join me on my Patreon platform, I do about 6 live broadcasts every single week. No, every month. That's too many. I do the new moon, the full moon. I do 4 weekly broadcasts, and then we do the month ahead. It's all live on that platform. So come check it out. And there's almost always a link up there and below if you're on YouTube. All right, guys, thank you very much. Please comment, like, and share on all your social media if this is helpful to you. Blessings. Namaste.